Shalom, Israel. First and foremost, give all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High God, Yahweh, who the word and he calls God, and Yahweh Shah, who the word and he calls Jesus Christ. Brother Judah Mike coming with a quick exhortation through the Spirit and power of the Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah. Just wanted to go into a precept through the Spirit, been meditating on it in Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 10. It's deep because, we may find ourselves kind of getting relaxed, or not going hard as we should be in certain aspects, whether it's work, whether it's doing the work of the Lord, providing for your children, providing for yourself, whatever these things may be that the Lord appointed to us. And we got to do them with all our might, man. Sometimes you just give it 50%, 40%, just enough, and then complain about the situations that we in, So nevertheless, I just want to go into this and just, just get some exhortation through the Spirit, because we all need it, man. Right? So let's get right into it. This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 9, and verse number 10. It says, "Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might. For there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave. So like whether thou goest." Yeah, that's right. So whatever we do in this world, the Lord say whatever our hands, because that's what our works, and we don't play them out with our hands, But chiefly, the Lord said, "Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with thy might." He didn't say just do it a little bit, just wing it, give it 50%, just do enough to get by. The Lord didn't say that, man. He said, do it with all thy might. So we got to do these things with all our might, man. Whether you teaching, you feeding the sheep of the Lord, or you giving alms, or charity, or brotherly and sisterly love, or whatever you doing, right? You working. Hey, whether you work for somebody, you got your own business, your own job. Hey, on the carnal level, when you doing you need that monetary substance to provide for your family and for yourself, man. Bills ain't free. Ain't nothing is free in this world, man. So these things we got to go hard for, man. Whether it's for the job or you work for yourself, how much more for the Lord? For the spiritual things, man. Right? We got to go hard in this, in everything that we do, family. Right? So, and even on the carnal level at the job, if you're just giving it 5%, you know how it is when you first get the job. You kind of the hardest worker. Some brothers who tempt to hire, or whether you kind of just got hired straight on, whether you on that 90-day probationary period, you ain't giving it 10%. Hey, Jake, working super hard, doing going above and beyond for the job, but as soon as you kind of been in there a couple years, now you get lazy. I know my job already. Before you was going to work, you would show up 30 minutes early. Now you kind of 1 minute to clock in, you just made it by. That's because we not giving it our all. I mean, we get too content and relaxed, man. And the little folding of the hands, man, could destroy our minds, man. All right, we gotta go hard in everything that we do. So how much more on the carnal aspect of like that, or working for the job? How much more on the spiritual side for doing the work of the Lord, right? Ordained, we priests in this thing, man. Technically, right? According to the precepts. Hey, the Lord said we a nation, a kingdom of priests, man. Right? So we gotta act as such, man. You think the priests would, the Levitical priests, you think they was doing 10% in doing the offerings, free will offerings, trespass offering, right? Burnt offerings. They wasn't. The Lord. They would get destroyed, man, if they didn't. And it was a tough lot to do that, man. They had to know. Be trained up from 20 on up, and kind of literally had to master that craft, man. They literally had to master that craft. So how much more us in this world and the things we do? We got to master that craft, whatever it is, man. All right? And Jay complained, I don't get paid enough. I'm sick of living in the shack or whatever. Well, you can give it your all, because last time I checked, let me get this precept. All right? Let's get this in Sirach. All right? Sirach chapter 2 and verse number 10, right? Now, this This Sirach 2:10. It says, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Right? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? Right? So yeah, so the Lord said he's not gonna, those that's trusting in him is not gonna need for anything, man. They're not gonna want, right? So us being men and women of the Lord, hey, if we putting our hand to the plow on all aspects, because the Lord said, do it with all thy might, whether it's at the workplace or for the Lord, hey, the Lord is gonna give us those things, because David through the Spirit, this was quoted also in a Psalm. He said he never seen those that follow the Lord trusting in him wanting. So, Jake, if you complaining about I ain't got this or that, well, you need to check your spirit and see what you're doing, man. See, are you going as hard for the Lord, or are you just half-stepping, half-assing, slothful, right? That's Jake just slothful, man. And then want to complain about everything that he don't got, right, or she, right? Look at this precept, man. It's ridiculous, man. That's just an exhortation for through the Spirit for us to just go harder, man. We gotta go harder in this truth, man, in all things, because the Lord said, whether it's the truth or in the world, the Lord has literally told us that everything that we do, everything that we do, we're gonna get a judgment on whether good or evil. So if you're just being slothful and damn not putting your hand to the plow, well, the Lord literally said, the Lord literally said, hey, your judgment may be you ain't gonna get your that reward that you want. Whether it's a house, whether it's that car, whether it's whatever it may be, hey, if you're not putting your hand to the plow and going hard, you're not gonna get that, right? This Proverbs chapter 6 and verse number 10. It said, yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands, right? So yeah, this is Jake B, man. Want everything in the world but giving it 10%. Well, let's see what the precept is talking about. Let's see what the Lord said. It says, yet a little sleep. This Proverbs 6 and 10, Salaki. Yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth. Yeah, get slothful. Just get content. At the job, a whole 1 year, 2 years. Now you just doing enough. Just to, the system now. So you just kind of just making it by. Right? I'm cool with being a forklift driver or on the assembly line. No, Jay, you should aim for more, man. Right? Because, hey, the Lord can give you that increase, man. Through the Spirit, hey, the Lord made Daniel a president, man. Right? The first president, pretty much, man. Right? In the book of Daniel, man. Why? Because he trusted in the Lord and he was doing what he said, man. So though you may start off as a small thing at a job, hey, the Lord can make you the damn CEO, man. The Lord is it's infinite. It's no boundaries on what the Lord can do for you, man. But you got to put your hand to the plow and not be the Proverbs 6 and verse 10, brother. Little sleep, a little slumber. Now you slothful, you lazy. You know the system. You're going to just kind of not put your hand to the plow, right? Now you at, say brothers who go to camp or who don't, right? But hey, now you kind of at camp. You kind of don't want to read. You don't want to hold posts. You just kind of just doing whatever you want to do, man, right? Or whatever the case may be, man. Hey, the Lord literally is telling that man, or a little sleep and a little slumber and a little folding the hands. Let's see what's gonna happen. So shall thy poverty come as one that travaileth. Yeah, it could be. It could come. Carnally poverty, or spiritually. Start getting robbed of your knowledge, spiritual understanding, right? You forgetting precepts now. Right, here it is. You teaching, or you teaching your family. Now your rib or your children asking you certain questions. Now you can't answer them because you too comfortable and you're not going as hard in this thing, man. Right. The Lord told us, remember our first love, man. Let me get that in Revelation, man. Right. Let's get that in Revelation. The Lord told us to remember our first love, man. Right, and our first works, man. Right. We gotta remember our first love, man. Lest we get too content in this damn wicked place, man. Right? We gotta go harder, Israel, right? In all things that we do, no matter what it is, right? In righteousness, right? We cannot be those people that's just stagnant and get comfortable and complacent. Right? This Revelation chapter 2 and verse number 4. It says, nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love. Now, we all had that, we know that zeal when you first come in the truth is mighty, and you're rebuking everybody. You kind of getting on your parents in the house, whoever it is. You know that zeal, man. It may not have been in full wisdom, right? But nevertheless, we still had that zeal when you first learn who you is, right? But some brothers say, leave it, man, right? That's why the Lord told us in verse 5. That's Salaki, verse 4, the second part, it says, nevertheless, I am so against thee because thou hast left thy first love. Yeah, what do that mean? I don't mean you just kind of, that's that knowledge, wisdom, understanding, man. Because we've been back on this earth many times, not to get too deep, but our first love is that knowledge, wisdom, understanding, man. Right? It says, verse 5, remember therefore from whence thou art fallen, and repent and do the first works, right? So we got to do those first works, man, not get complacent. Hey, just like you first started that job, that new job, and you was going hard, and you want to be make yourself known as a good worker, want to get hired on, whether you was a temp, whatever it may be. Hey, that's like going into a comparison to that first works, man. Right? Had that same fire and zeal for the Lord as we did when we first came in the truth, man. Because if you don't, this is what the Lord said, or else I will come unto thee quickly, not slow, the Lord not gonna be slothful with it, man. Right? He said, he's gonna come unto thee quickly and will remove thy candlestick out of his place. And that's that. It could be slowly. You know how a candle be? You kind of moving, it's kind of flickering, it's kind of like it's finna go out. Like that's why the Lord said, hey, he gonna remove thy candlestick. I mean, it's like he would come quickly and remove thy candlestick out of his place, except thou repent. Yeah, unless you go back hard, man. Repent, say, get back, kind of, what I am, admit it. Right? Yeah, I am slothful. I'm not going as hard as I can and whatever it is. Because Sirach 9 and 10 it's like Ecclesiastes 9 and 10 said, whatever we do, we got to go give it all our strength. All right. Hey, we got to give it all our might with all our strength, man. You think our forefathers, whatever they did, when they was praising the Most High, was they just, all praises to the Most High? They was going hard, man. Like, let's get this in Acts, the account of Paul and Silas. If I'm not mistaken, let me see. What's that? Acts chapter 16 and verse, let's see. Yeah, kind of Paul and Silas, verse 24, right? Now this, they kind of got locked up because teaching the customs of the laws and okay, let's get right to it. We're gonna go right to it, right? Okay, kind of verse 24, right? No, 23. Let's start at 23. This Acts 16 and 23. And when they had laid many strikes upon them, they cast them into prison, charging the jailers to keep them safely. Who have received such a charge, thrust them into the inner prison, right? And that's like maximum security, man, in the inner prison, man, and made their feet fast in the stocks. And at midnight, Paul and Silas prayed and sang praises unto God. So I'm led to believe it wasn't just they wasn't singing like old Edomites. We shall overcome. Hey, our forefathers was getting in this thing. Hey, crying, yelling it, man. Cause look what it says. It says in that midnight, Paul and Silas prayed and sang praises unto God, and the prisoners heard them. So that's how you know they was doing it with all they might. They wasn't saying it, whispering it, or singing it with low hymns, man. Hey, it was loud because the whole prisoners heard them, man. So that's how hard we gotta go and whatever we do. We gotta give it all our might, man, whatever we doing. Just like our forefathers did. And there's many accounts, man. David, he danced so hard his clothes fell off, his rib kind of was vexed, right? Hey, why? Because he was going hard for the Lord. Everything that we do, we gotta give it our all for the Lord, man. Right? So let's get let me get another precept of the Spirit. Let's go to Ecclesiastes, right? Chapter 43 and verse number 30. Kind of. All right, this Iraq 43 and 30. Just a second witness to Ecclesiastes 9 and verse 30. Right? It says, when ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can. Right? So yeah, everything we do, we gotta exalt the Lord as much as we can, man. Whether it's for a job or whatever. You gotta remember, man's goings are the Lord, man. All the things that we do, whether you work for somebody or you got your own business or whether you whatever, hey, these things were set up by the Lord, hey, from the beginning. Right? It's not like we just got free will and we doing what we want, man. It says, when you glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as you can, for even yet will he far exceed. And when ye exalt him, put forth all your strength. You got some brothers they just wing it and do not put, hey, don't give it they all. Even when you praying, you kind of, oh, thank you, Lord, for waking me up. Shalom. Brother, give it your all, man. Right? We understand the situation. You may be at work and you kind of got to go in the bathroom or make a quick prayer, whatever. We understand certain situations, but here it is. You at home in your secret place and you, yeah, Tawada Yahweh for waking me up. All praises. Shalom. Like, what? Brother, give it your all, man. Hey, give it your all in everything that we do, man. We have to, right? Right, brother should be on your knees, facing the east, or however you gonna pray, whatever, giving it all your might, man. That's why the Lord said, put forth all your strength and be not weary, for you can never far enough. It's like for ye can never go far enough. Yeah, so he said you can never ever go far enough. As much as we think we may be going hard, but the Lord said you could never go far enough, man. So all these things that we do, we gotta give it our all and magnify and exhorting the Lord. And whether you working, whether you teaching, making videos for Israel, it's not for our glory, but it's all for the magnification of the Lord's name, man. It's not for us. The glory don't go to us. Everything that we do is to glory and magnify the name of the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. We got to remember that, man. So whatever we put our hands to, we got to do with all our strength. Let's get that again. All right, we're going to close up. All right, in the book of Ecclesiastes, all right, chapter 9 and verse number 10. All right, so this is just the exhortation, Israel, to whatever we do, we got to give it all our might. Praying, fasting, teaching, work, whether working, provide for your family, many other precepts. All right, that's why the Lord also said, let me get this up, one more precept real quick. All right, about providing, man. You got to give it your all, man, because the Lord said if you don't work, you don't eat. In Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse number, is it 1 and 10? So let me get this precept real quick. 2 Thessalonians chapter, Second Thessalonians chapter 3 and verse number 7. So like an 8. Right? This 2 Thessalonians 3 and verse 8. It says, neither did we eat, let's see. It says, neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but walk with labor and travail night and day, that we might not be chargeable to any of you, not because we have not power, but to make ourselves an example unto you, unto you to follow us. For even when we were with you this day, we commend, it says this, 2 Thessalonians 3 and 10. For even when we were with you, this we commanded you, that if any would not work, neither shall he eat. Yeah, so that's the same way. The same spirit as the Lord told, because we understood the precepts and what the Lord told us. Everything we do, we got to give it all our might. How you expecting to eat if you're not even working for it, man? The Lord said, a man should not eat if you don't work, you're not gonna eat, man. Why? Because you got to go hard for this, man. Same way with carnally. If you're not giving it your all at that job, they'll fire you. And now you ain't eating. Now your family, who gonna provide for your family now? All because you was giving it 10% or 25% instead of 100%, man. We're not doing it for the nations, man. We doing it to exalt the name of the Lord. That his name may be magnified. You that slothful brother at work, and they known for that. But here you got your fringes on at work, or no, you're Israelite. Whether you know how to be at these jobs, but whether you got them underneath it, whatever. Here it is. You professing yourself to be an Israelite, but you going 10% at the workplace, and you making the name of the Lord look bad, man. Right? You gotta examine everything that we do, man. Right? So we gotta understand that everything we do, we gotta exalt the Lord's name. Like we said, because then, hey, you putting forth all your effort, not for the job, but in the name of the Lord, and because the precepts in the verses of the Bible tell us to, hey, that's how we gonna magnify the name of the Lord. And the Lord may give you that company, man. Right? Hey, the Lord can do anything, man. But the end all be all is we gotta put our hands to the plow and go hard to whatever we do. All right, let's close up with Ecclesiastes 9 and 10. Right? Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 10. Again, whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do it with all thy might, for there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whether thou goest. Yeah, so hey, if you don't do that, and hey, when you go back up there with the Most High, hey, you can't do that up there, man. That's all Solomon is saying through the Spirit. Hey, while you in this wicked world, in this earthly world realm that we in, hey, whatever you do, give the Lord all the magnification and put your hand to the plow and go hard, man. That's all he's saying through the Spirit, right? Because when you go back up to the Most High in the spiritual realm, hey, you ain't gonna be able to do that, man. Hey, once you get back up there, you're gonna get judged for all your works, everything you did, whether it be good or bad. According to Second Corinthians 5 and 10, right? Ecclesiastes chapter 12 and verse 13 on down, right? And all these other precepts. So, let's whatever we do, Israel, let's give it our all to magnify the name of the Lord, not for ourselves, but all for the magnification of the Lord again. With that, shalom.